Oh my haere, welcome to 3 News. In developing news tonight, New Zealand has been asked to join the Coalition of the Willing, the group of countries prepared to support peacekeeping in Ukraine. Prime Minister Christopher Luxon confirmed the invitation as he wrapped up the 2-day infrastructure summit in Auckland. Zane Small has been at the summit and joins me now. Kia ora, Zane. So what exactly did the Prime Minister say?
Well, yes, in just the past hour or so, the Prime Minister held his final press conference of the Infrastructure Summit here in Auckland. And ahead of his trip to India tomorrow, he confirmed that New Zealand has been invited by the United Kingdom to join the Coalition of the Willing. Here's what he had to say.
Yes, I have been invited by Sir Keir Starmer to participate tomorrow in a Coalition of the Willing meeting. There will be a chance really for an update as to the different lines of diplomatic efforts that are going in across securing peace in Ukraine. So, again, it's not my meeting, it's Keir's meeting, but I'm looking forward to participating in it tomorrow night.
So Sam, as you mentioned, the summit has wrapped up here in Auckland, but the big announcement of the day was that the government is seeking foreign investment to help build a second harbour crossing for Auckland. And importantly, there appears to be bipartisan support from the Labour Party.
It was 1959.
It's a great day for Auckland. 100 years after the first plans were drawn, the Harbour Bridge is ready for opening.
But half a century later, the Harbour Bridge is struggling to cope with increasing daily traffic volume, let alone projected future growth. So the government is now seeking foreign investment to help build an alternative.
I'd like to talk to you about work we are doing on an additional harbour crossing here in Auckland and the opportunities for private sector involvement in this.
The government can't yet say if it would be a second bridge or a tunnel, but the New Zealand Transport Agency is undertaking an assessment process to refine the scope and cost, and the preferred option will be announced next year.
It's not a new idea. Labour in 2023 announced a plan for a second harbour crossing, a mix of road and light rail tunnels.
It comes with a price tag of between $35 and $45 billion.
A few months later, Labour lost the election and it didn't go anywhere. But importantly, the party announced today it supports Minister Chris Bishop's call for input on the second Waitemata harbour crossing.
The Labour Party commits to working constructively and on a bipartisan basis to help attract investment to this country.
It's a pretty daft idea unless we're putting public transport, mass rapid transit at the forefront of everything that we do here.
Having the tacit approval of the opposition is a must.
The Spanish billionaire chief executive of infrastructure company Acciona is keen on investing in a second harbour crossing.
We would definitely be interested, yes.
What I can say is that it's almost certain that tolling will be part of it. The original Harbour Bridge was paid for with a toll in 1959.
That method of user pays is now being explored for all new roads of national significance. New Zealand currently has 3 toll roads, the Northern Gateway in Auckland and 2 in Tauranga. In December, the government decided to toll 3 new roads, Otaki to north of Leven, Penlink and Takitimu Northlink. And now the government is open to all new roads being tolled. For example, the Hawke's Bay Expressway, the Belfast to Pegasus Motorway and the Woodend Bypass. The second and final day of the government's infrastructure summit also included a speech from Shane Jones, who called for foreign investment to help double New Zealand's mineral exports to $3 billion by 2035.
We have a handsome endowment of minerals, including rare earth critical minerals.
Exports like, for example, tourism, which rely on our clean green image, which this fixation on mining is only going to ultimately undermine. It doesn't make sense.
The event wrapped up with a concession for the media. We were allowed to film inside the summit.
Listen, it's been an absolutely incredible 2 days.
Opening up to the cameras and, of course, to foreign investors.
And Zane, there is a lot going on for the Prime Minister at the moment as he heads off to India tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. A new poll from Talbot Mills shows that National is down 2 points to 31%, and Labour is steady on 34%. Meanwhile, for preferred Prime Minister, Labour leader Chris Hipkins is ahead on 24% to Luxon's 21%. Now, I asked the Prime Minister about this in the press conference, and he said the purpose of the infrastructure summit was to try and turbocharge the economy and get more money into people's pockets. He said he's just focused on the task at hand.